This is like till now we have studied about finding the nth term of a series, nth term of a series. But now we are going to find the sum of a certain number of terms of a series. Sum of a certain number of terms of a series. Suppose we have a series, a sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Actually, this is set of natural number. This is set of natural number. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Can you turn this side? Every time I am repeating the same sentence. Now I will give slap on your face. Don't be stupid. And that's not the way of seeing. This is set of natural number. And this set of natural number can be seen as an arithmetic progression. Is seen as arithmetic progression because the difference between two consecutive terms is always same. So this is said to be arithmetic progression. Is this okay? And if we have this type of arithmetic progression, then so far we have calculated the particular term of a series. Maybe 50th term of a series or 100th term of a series. This all we have seen before in the previous class. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Now today we are going to learn how to find the sum of a particular number of terms of a sequence. Means, if I tell you to find the sum of first 10 natural numbers, then that is called as the sum of n terms of a series. Finding the sum of first 10 natural number. Finding the sum of first 10 natural number. If this work is very easy actually. If I tell this thing to class 4-5 students also, they can easily calculate the sum of first 10 natural numbers. Now, what they will do is, on a piece of paper, they will write all the number from 1 to 10. And then manually they can start adding 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. Like that they will continue and then they will get the answer. Is it understood? Is it okay or not? Do you all have voice?
Yes, sir.
Don't be expensive. Similarly, if I tell you to find the sum of first 15 natural number, this also is doable. This also is easy. Yes, of course it will take a little more time because the numbers are more, so you will take more time. But it is doable. It can be done. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But is this what we are learning in mathematics? We need to have some shortcut method of finding this sum. Isn't it?
Yes,
so
sir.
Today we are going to learn a shortcut method of finding the sum of n terms of a series. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
And for that we have a formula. That formula is Sn is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This formula looks a little same as your previous formula, but this is not exactly same. The previous formula was Pn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So somewhere the two formulas are different. This formula is to calculate the nth term of our AP, and this formula is to calculate the sum of n number of terms of an arithmetic progression. Is this very clear?
Yes.
So this is one formula by which we can find the sum of any number of terms of any arithmetic progression. Is this very clear?
Yes, sir.
We can modify this formula and we can make it one more. That formula is Sn is equal to n over 2, and then this 2a I can write as a plus a. Can I write a as a plus a?
Yes, sir.
The remaining I am going to rewrite as it is n minus 1 into d. Is this alright?
Yes.
Now compare this part with this one. Are these two all same?
Yes, sir.
We also denote this as L. Isn't it? So I am going to replace this by L. Is it okay?
Yes.
And that's how we get a new formula, and this is n over 2 a, and for this whole thing we will write L. So this also is a formula to find the sum of n terms of a arithmetic progression. So there are two formulas. This is formula number 1, which we can use to find the sum of n terms of arithmetic progression, and this is formula number 2, which can be used to find the sum of n terms of arithmetic progression. Is this understood?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Second thing is, we have learned before finding the nth term of a arithmetic progression. We have learned a method of finding a particular term of arithmetic progression by using the formula T n equal to so.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We can also find out a particular term of a series if we are given the sum, if we are given in terms of sum of n terms of the series. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So if we have to do that, then what we can do is we can have the sum of one term of the series. This is sum of two term of the series. Similarly, we can write S3, S4, S5, and so on. Right?
Yes, sir.
This is what? This is the sum of one term of the series. This gives you the number of terms of the series. You are finding here sum of one term of the series. Here you are finding sum of first two term of the series. Here you are getting sum of three terms of the series. Similarly, four term of the series and sum of five terms of the series. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
So sometimes you may be also given in terms of sum. You may also be given in terms of sum of n terms of the series. Is this very clear?
Yes, sir.
In that case, how do we find the nth term or a particular term of a series? We will again go back here. What is this? Sum of one term of a series. Sum of
One term of the series.
sum of
One term of the series.
this sound, it looks a little unreasonable. It does not sound good. Sum of one term of a series. Right? For finding sums, at least we need to have two numbers. For sum, when you use the word sum, it means what? At least you need to have two quantity, only then you can have the sum, no?
Yes, sir.
But saying sum of one number, is it reasonable?
No, sir.
It's not looking very good, isn't it? So, actually when we say sum of one term of the series, without doing anything, this talks basically about the first term of the series. S1, which we are saying as the sum of one term of the series, actually gives you the concept of first term of the series. So without doing anything, Kepler you get the first term from S1 without doing any calculation. Is this very clear?
Yes, sir.
I give example. This is a sequence. This is a sequence. Okay. So here, sum of one term of the series. It means you are getting the sum of this one only.
Yes, sir.
Sum of one term is there should be only one term, and then you have to get the sum. So that is why I said it is meaningless, because actually you are doing no addition. No. So when we say sum of one term of the series, that means we are basically talking about this term only, and that is why I said without doing any calculation, S1 will always give you the first term. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I talk about S2, that is sum of first two term of the series. First two term of the series. What does it mean? It means I am talking about the sum of this and then this one.
Yes, sir.
S2 gives you the sum of this and this. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
From this S2, if I subtract S1, what happens? S1 is what actually? The first term. S1 is what? The first term. So from the sum of two terms, if I subtract the first term, what do you get? See now here. S2 means it talks about the sum of first two terms. S2 talks about the sum of first two terms. And these are the two terms, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From these two terms, from the sum of these two terms, if you subtract S1, that means you are subtracting 1. So when you are subtracting 1, what do you get?
2.
And 2 is second term.
2.
2 is second term. So, by finding the difference of these two, you are getting the second term. Similarly, if you subtract these two, if you find the difference of these two, it will give you third term. And then find the difference of these two, you will get fourth term. Likewise, this way also we are able to calculate the term of a series. So from the sum of certain number of terms, also we can calculate a particular term of the series or sequence. Is it very clear?
Yes, sir.
With this, we are going to begin the first question of exercise 1B. Exercise 1. Question number 1. I'm starting with Roman number 4. Roman number 1 is comparatively more easier. Okay. So Roman number 4. I hope you also will agree with this. Roman number 4.
Yes, sir.
In this question, there are two. There are two questions. This is 2-in-1 question. First of all, we have to find out the sum of first 24 terms of that given series, and then also we have to find the sum of n terms of this given series. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So the series is 2 is to 1 over 2, 3 is to 1 over 3, then 4 is to 1 over 6, and so on. And so on. We have this many. Is it alright?
Yes, sir.
We are going to calculate the sum of first 24 terms of the series in this series. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So, since we are going to find the sum of first 24 terms of the series, that means the value of n is 24. Because we are going to find the sum of how many terms? 24 terms. So that is the value of your n. And that's why I wrote this n as 24. Now next one is a. Because we are going to use this formula, formula number 1. And to use this formula, we need to have the values of n, a, and also d.
G.
N is given, a is also there.
Yes, sir.
So a is equal to 5 over 2. And now we will calculate the d. D is the difference between the two consecutive terms. So we are going to find the difference between these two consecutive terms as common difference. Can I?
Yes, sir.
So this becomes 10 over 3 minus 5 over 2. And this is equal to, LCM of this will be 6. Now, cross multiplication 20 minus 15. And this is equal to 5 over 6. This became your common number. Now, our everything is ready. We can now find out the sum of 24 terms of the series. So, S24 is equal to 24 divided by 2. 2 into A, and A is 5 over 2 plus n minus 1, that is 24 minus 1 into D, and D is 5 over 6. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, this 2 and this 2 cancel. And this will cancel?
Yes, sir.
2 12s are 24. This is equal to 12. And now this is 5 plus 25 minus 1, 23. And into 5. 23 into 5, 115 divided by 6. Is it okay?
Yes,
Now
sir.
we'll simplify this too. This is a fraction number, this is a whole number. You are not comfortable, you can change that into fraction by writing denominator as 1. And now we can simplify. This is 12 into, LCM of this will be 6. 30 plus 115, and there now 6 to the 12. So this is 2 into 145 is equal to 290. You got this answer?
Yes, sir.
Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
The next part of this question is that we have to find the sum of n terms of the series. So that Sn is to be calculated. Sn is to be calculated. So your answer will be n over 2. Then 2a, a is again there, 5 over 2 plus n minus 1 into 5 over 6. Not much difference between this and this. Only the difference is that here we have the value of n, so we wrote it, and here we do not have the value of n. It is already, it's in the form of n. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So we can simplify this to cancel, and this is equal to n over 2. This is 5 plus. Now we will multiply this. This will become 5 over 6n minus 1 into this, 5 over 6. Is it very clear? I simplified this part. From here you get only 5. And then this part is simplified, means this is multiplied by n first. So you got it as 5 over 6n. And then this into minus 1. minus 5 over 6. It's not very difficult.
Yes, sir.
Now this and this are like term, so they can be simplified. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Or maybe we can simplify the whole thing also together. Other two are fraction number. This is whole number. I can change this also into fraction number. Is it okay? And then n over 2. LCM of this all will come 6. 5, 6 30 plus 5n minus 5. Is it okay now? Now this is n over 2. This will become 5n, and this is becoming plus 25, because 30 minus 5 will be 25 divided by 6. Is it okay? This 6 can be multiplied by 2, and here 5 is common factor.
Yes, sir.
So I can take it out. So this becomes 5n over 12, and then this is n plus 5. Answer. This is the sum of your n terms of the series. Is this very? Now, in question number 2, the question number 2 is, find the sum of all the numbers between 100 and 200 which are divisible by 7. Which are divisible by 7. So we have to find the sum of all the multiple of 7. The meaning of this question is, find the sum of all the terms between 100 to 200 which are divisible by
7.
Is this okay?
Yes.
So here I have already written here all the terms which are divisible by 7 between 100 to 200. Okay? So I have 105, 112 and so on, and then last multiple of 7 is 196. Now the beauty of this question is, in this question, because we also have the last term, we have the last term, so we have advantage. Now we can go for formula number 2. Formula number 2. Okay, that formula is Sn is equal to n divided by 2 into a plus n. Please remember the formula not only for 1 day or 2 days. You have to remember it for the whole year. Okay, so maybe somebody can take the responsibility of writing this formula and then paste it in mass comma. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is the formula which we will use because we have the last term. So we will give priority to this formula whenever we have the last term. Can you remember this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Other than that, to use this formula, we need to also know the value of n. If we really want to use this formula, we need to know the value of n, the value of a, and the value of n. Right? By any means, we have to have these values. L, 196, given. A, the first term, it is also given. N is the number of terms. That means the number of terms which are divisible by 7 between 100 to 200. How many of them are divisible by 7? You need to know their number. We need to know their number. I wrote it all here, but then I didn't write all. If I write all, then you will be able to count it easily. Understood?
Yes, sir.
But without having all the multiple of 7, how can we know that how many multiples are there between 100 to 200? Is this okay?
Yes.
It's very easy task. How many times we get this? 1 or 5? In the multiplicity table of 7. This is 15 times. 15 sevens are 105. 15 times. This is 15th time. And this is 28th time. This is 28th time. Is this okay? That means, since this is 15th time, that means up to 14 multiple of 7, we have left no?
Yes, sir.
So, from 28, we will subtract 14. In this list, we do not have the first 14 multiple.
Yes, sir.
Total, we have up to 28 multiple.
Yes, sir.
This is up to 28 multiple. But the first 14 multiples are not taken into consideration. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So, that is why, to find the value of this n, from that 28 multiple, we will subtract 14. And that way, we will be able to get the value of n. And therefore, this n is, okay, first of all, A is equal to 105, L is 196, and then the number of term is 28 minus 14 is 14. Is it okay?
Yes,
So
sir.
now we can use the formula and find the sum of all this multiple of 7 between 100 to 200. So Sn is 14 is equal to 14 divided by 2 using the formula. A is 105 plus 196, and this is 2 7s are 14, so 7 into 301, and this is equal to 2107. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Next we will move to question number 3. Question number 3 says, the sum of a series of terms in AP is 128. Now we are given the sum. The sum of a series of terms in AP is 128. So we are given the sum of n terms of the series. As n is equal to 128, this is given. What else is there? If the first term is 2 and the last term is 14, again we are given the first term as 2 and the last term is given as 14. Now once again we will go for formula number 2. I told you also, whenever we have the last term, we will always go for formula number 2. Now then the question is, find the common difference. Find the common difference. We will go for formula number 2. Right? So we are going to proceed because we have the last term. Keep in mind that what is the question. Question is to find common difference. So we are going to start. N over 2 into A plus L is equal to Sn. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now when I look at the formula, I get a little confused. Because the question is to find the common difference. And in the formula, there is no D. In the formula, there is no D. But we have taken this formula because we have to take this formula only because the last term is given. When the last term is given, we always go for this formula only. But when we are taking this formula, we are not in a position to see where is the D. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
So do not get confused. Go with what you are doing. Alright? We cannot always directly get the answer. The question is to find the common difference. But here it is not doable.
Yes, sir.
Common difference cannot be calculated directly. So first of all, we are going to go for this formula. So N is not given. Let it be as it is. And then A is 2, L is 14, is equal to sum 128. And now 14 plus 2, 16. This 2 will go to right side. Can I send this 2 to right side?
Yes, sir.
And then same time this will be added. So this is 16n is equal to 128 into 2 is equal to 256. And therefore n is equal to 256 divided by 16 is equal to 16. We got the value of n. And this, with the help of this n, now we will be able to calculate the common difference. Now we will be able to get the common difference. Is this okay? And for finding the common difference, we will go back to our nth step formula. Nth step formula we can use and we can find out the common differences. So the nth step formula is now A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to L. I'm writing L because I know the last term. That is the benefit of last term. Whether it is about the number of terms or it is about the sum of the terms. If you are ever given the last term, we will always go for the last term formula. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So A is 2 plus n we have calculated 16. So 16 minus 1 into D is equal to last term and that is 14. Now this 2 will go to right side. Same time we will simplify this. So this becomes 15D and this is 14 minus 2 is equal to 12. And therefore D is equal to 12 divided by 15. Now this to have common divisor 3. So 3 4 the 12, and this is 3 5 the 15. This is 4/5 answer. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Now this is question number 4. This is question number 4. Again I have the last term. Right? I have last term. So obviously without reading the question also I understand that I have to go for formula number 2. Okay? The question is to find the first term and the common difference. Okay? We have a series in which there are 30 terms, and the sum of those 30 terms of the series is 1635, and the last term of that series is 98. So find the value of A and the value of D. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So we'll go for formula number 2. So n divided by 2, A plus L is equal to Sn. Now n is given 30 this time. 30 divided by 2. A is to be calculated, let it be as it is. L is 98, and then sum is given as 765. Keep a calculator ready. 2, 15 the 30. Now divide 1635 by 15. A plus 98 is equal to 1635 divided by 15. How much? 109. 109. This 98 will go to that side now. A is equal to 109 minus 98 is equal to 11. So we got the first answer 11. Okay. Now what is left is D. So we will go for the nth term formula with the last term. With the last term. And then we can find the common difference. So now A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to L. Now A calculated is 11 plus n minus 1. N is 30. 30 minus 1 into D, and L is how much? 98. Now 11 will go to right side. And same time this will be simplified. This becomes 29D, and this is 98 minus 11 is equal to 87. And therefore D is equal to 87 divided by 29. This is equal to 3. This is equal to 3. Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Under this we are seeing two formulas, right? One with the last term, another with the general notation. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
This question is perhaps very easy. We have a sequence series 325 plus 350 plus 375 plus so on. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Now the question says, find the smallest number of terms. Find the smallest number of terms which may be taken in order that the sum of the arithmetic series may exceed 10,000. May exceed 10,000. The meaning of this question is, for how many terms of this series may give you the sum as more than 10,000? More than 10,000. Is this very clear?
Yes.
So first of all, we'll find the number of terms for the sum as 10,000. Because beyond that will be more than 10,000. Are you all getting it?
Yes, sir.
So the sum we will expect to be 10,000. Keep your calculator ready for this question. Is it alright? Now from the series we can easily have the value of first A and the value of D. So the value of A is 325 and the value of D is 25. With this, we are now going to calculate the number of terms for which the sum is supposed to be 10,000. Is it alright?
Yes, sir.
So we'll go for formula number 1. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is n divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 is equal to S3. And now we'll start filling the value. N is to be calculated, we don't know. We will keep it as it is, n over 2. 2a, a is 325 plus n minus 1 into d, and d is 25 is equal to sum as 10,000. Is it alright? Now this 2 will go to right hand side and then remaining will be simplified. This is n into 650 plus 25n minus 25 is equal to 20,000. Is it okay? Now we can collect the like term. This and this are of same type, so they can be simplified together. So this will become n into 25n plus 625 is equal to 20,000. Is it okay? Now we will operate this. We will multiply this and then we will bring it to this side. Okay? If this side it was 0, then there was no need of multiplying, because then it is already in the factor form. But because we have something on the right hand side, so we need to pull it and then simplify and then see the nature of the equation. So this is 25 n square plus 625 n minus 20,000 is equal to 0. What kind of equation is this? Quadratic equation. And then how do we solve it? By factorization. But there is a slight problem. The problem is, we will apply the first method of factorization here. We will apply first method of factorization. Actually, that is not the problem. But when you look at the number, we need to apply the first method of factorization. Can you tell me what is the name of first method of factorization? There are 5 methods of factorization. There are 5 methods of factorization. What is the name of first method of factorization that we apply for any question? Anybody? The name of first method of factorization that we blindly apply for any question. Otherwise, for the rest of the method, we have some kind of limitations. We apply only for a particular type of question, but this first method of factorization can be applied to anyone. Anybody knows? Very good. The first type of factorization is called as the common factor method. Common factor method, which we apply for any question, right? Whether it is a binomial or it is a trinomial or it is a polynomial, we can always apply the common factor method if there is a common divisor of all the terms. Now when you look at this 3 terms, then there is a common divisor for all these 3 terms, and that common divisor is 25. Is this very clear?
Yes, sir.
So we take it out, 25 out of this. So then this will become n square, this will become 25n, and this will become 25 and 8 so this is 800. This is equal to 0. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Now, the product of this quantity and this quantity is equal to 0. The product of this quantity and this quantity is 0. Definitely one of the two quantities is 0, that is why the product is 0. Yes?
Yes, sir.
But definitely this is not a 0 because it is a number. So we will say 25 is not equal to 0. Definitely the product is 0 only because of this part of the equation. And therefore we get the equation as n square plus 25n minus 800 is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation. Now we have, and we can find the number of terms. We have n here in this equation. We can solve it and then find out the value of n. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
Now the problem is I do not have courage to solve this equation is because we have the method in which we use to expand the middle term and then factorize it and then solve the quadratic equation because it is a trinomial. Because it is a trinomial. This is what we do. Am I right?
Yes.
But that method is very difficult because the number is very huge. Number is very, very huge. Is this okay?
Yes.
So if the product of the first and the last one will be 800 and then 800 is such a large number, if you go on factorizing and write down all the pair of factors, it is a very lengthy process. And sometimes you may not get still the answer. Is this okay?
Yes.
So we have another alternative method. We have another alternative method by which we can find the value of n without factorization. Without factorization. Is this okay? And for that we have a formula. That formula is, since we are going to calculate the value for n, so the formula will be n is equal to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is the formula that we will use, and this formula we are going to learn in quadratic equation chapter in detail. Just now you are not aware of this formula, but we are having a chapter, a complete chapter based on this formula. Okay? This gives you the root, this gives you the solution of the unknown quantity. This gives you the answer of your quadratic equation. For any quadratic equation, this formula can be applied. Whether it is a binomial or it is a trinomial or polynomial, we can always apply this method. Is it very clear?
Yes, sir.
Now here we will try to understand what is the formula. B is the coefficient of x. Here it is n. So I will say B is the coefficient of n. B, again the same, coefficient of n. A, the coefficient of n square. Coefficient of n square. C, the constant. A, the coefficient of n square. This is a quadratic equation, it's a trinomial. Am I right?
Yes.
Coefficient means the number in front of the variable. Coefficient means number in front of variable. So here the coefficient of this n square is 1. Coefficient of this n is 25. And this is said to be a constant. This is said to be a constant. Understood now?
Yes.
Now try to connect it once again. B, the coefficient of n. B, the coefficient of
N.
A, the coefficient of
N square.
C,
Constant.
constant. A
N square.
is easy now, no? So we can have all these values from here and then punch it and then solve, you will get the value of your n. This is much easier than the factorization method. This is more easier than the factorization method. So we are going to begin now. In the formula, wherever we have minus sign, there we have to write minus sign because this minus sign has no connectivity with this sign. Is this okay? So minus is minus. For B, the coefficient of n, it is 25. So 25 plus minus root over B, this 25, so 25 is square minus 4A, the coefficient of n square, it is 1, so 1. C, the constant, which is minus 800. And then denominator we have 2 in the coefficient of n square 1. Is this okay now?
Yes.
This is equal to negative 25 plus minus root over 25 square 625 plus minus minus plus 4 8 the 32 3200 divided by 2. This is equal to then finally negative 25 plus minus root over 3825, and this is divided by 2. Why this question is difficult is this is not giving you a perfect square number. This is not a perfect square number. If this is a perfect square number, then from here you will get a whole number. You will get a whole number.
Class 11, when you have time, you can go, okay? Until other 11, B, C, D, E also, okay? Time will go.
After lunch. Better no? So that you don't have to come back to it. Okay. Is this clear now?
Yes, sir.
This question could have been beautiful, handsome, good. You know, when this was a perfect square number, if you get a whole number, then simplification also will become very easy. But unfortunately, this is an ugly number. It will. You can find out the square root of this number and see it will come in decimal. Do it and tell me answer. 61.8. So negative 25 plus minus 61.8, as you said, divided by 2. Look here, this plus minus sign is there is because this is a quadratic equation and you will get two solutions. That is why we have double sign. And once this is simplified, now we are going to segregate the two answers. We are going to separate the two answers. So answer number 1, negative 25, negative 61.8 divided by 2. Another answer will be negative 25 plus 61.8 divided by 2. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
And there is no point of solving this part. You know why? Because this is negative 25, this is negative 61.8. When you add this, it will still remain negative, no? And then that is divided by 2. Still, finally, of it will remain negative. And what is this? Is the n, number of terms. Number of terms, can it be negative? We are counting how many terms are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. But the number of terms cannot be negative. What is the strength of this class? Maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Or can the strength of this class be minus 5? Unreasonable, no? Unreasonable answer. That is why this became unreasonable answer. So this answer is rejected. And finally, we will have this answer. So 61.8 minus 25. Give me how much? 61.8 minus 25. Huh? Divided by 2. 18.4. 18.4. That means if you take 18.4 terms of that series, then your answer is coming, then the sum is coming as equal to 10,000. But you are expecting the sum to be more than 10,000. That means any term which is more than 18.4 will be the right number of terms that can give you the sum as more than 10,000. So can I go for the next number? Yes, and therefore the required answer is 90. Therefore required number of terms be equal to 90. Have I understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. This question is about a polygon. This question is about a polygon, right? Do you know what is the meaning of polygon? Polygon? Polygon means a closed geometrical shape. Polygon means a closed geometrical shape, right? Poly means many. Gon means side. So a closed geometrical shape with a closed geometrical figure with many sides. So the simplest polygon we can have is the triangle. We need minimum 3 sides to close the figure. So the simplest polygon is triangle. Then we have quadrilateral, pentagon, and so on. We have so many infinite types of polygon. Infinite types of polygon. We have name of some type of polygon, and then for the remaining, we just describe it by the number of sides. Number 1. Is it very clear? Yes. Second thing is, different polygon will have different sum of interior angle. We know what is the sum of interior angle of a triangle. Do we know this?
Yes, sir.
What is the sum of interior angle of a polygon? of a triangle? 180 degree. Similarly, we also know the sum of interior angle of a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. What is the sum of interior angle of a quadrilateral? Do you know what is quadrilateral? What is quadrilateral? Quad means 4, lateral means side. So quadrilateral means a polygon with 4 sides. So there are so many types of quadrilateral: square, the triangle, and rhombus, and trapezium, parallelogram, and so on. These are all quadrilateral. Now the sum of interior angle of a quadrilateral will be different from the sum of interior angle of a triangle. Why? Because the number of sides is different. So more the number of sides, more will be the interior angle. Is this okay?
Yes.
So for quadrilateral, we know that the sum of interior angle of a quadrilateral is 360 degree angle. But if we have to find out the sum of interior angle of any other polygon, then it is becoming difficult now. So to make this work easy, we have a formula by which we can find the sum of interior angle of any polygon. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
We have a formula by which we can find the sum of interior angle of a polygon, and that formula is n minus 2 into 180. N minus 2 into 180. That formula here is given as n minus 2 into 180, where this n is the number of sides. N is the number of sides. Is it very clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, we'll try to understand this question. The question says, the interior angle of a polygon are in AP. The interior angle of this polygon are in AP. Is this okay? And according to the question, the smallest angle is 52 degree and the common difference is 8 degree. So here I wrote the first angle as equal to 52, that is the smallest angle. So that angle is taken as the first angle, and then the common difference is 8. Is this okay? But in this question, they did not say that what kind of polygon is this. If they say that it is a triangle, then we will know what is the sum of interior angle, and then we can have the value of Sn as equal to so and so. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
But they did not tell us. They simply said that it is a polygon. Now, since it is just a polygon and we don't know the number of sides, that is why we are also playing a game, and then we are writing the sum of interior angle in the form of a polygon only using the formula. So whatever is the name of that polygon, accordingly we will have the number of sides. Is this very clear?
Yes, sir.
Also, we cannot know the nature of this polygon is because we don't know what is n. We don't know what is n. If we know the value of n, we will be able to know what kind of polygon is this. Because we can have the value of that n, simplify and get the sum of interior angle, and we can know it. N is the number of sides. Suppose, example I am telling you, if that n is coming as equal to 3, that means we will know what type of polygon is this, and we will say it is a triangle. If it is 4, then we will say it is a quadrilateral. If it is 5, we will say it is pentagon. If it is 10, we will say it is decagon. Like that we can name. But right now we are not in a position to do that. We have to find out the value of n. Is this okay now?
Yes, sir.
So we are going to begin this question using formula number 1. So n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to Sn. Is it okay? N we don't know, so let it be as it is only. N over 2. The first angle is 52 plus n minus 1, and then the common difference is 8 is equal to Sn, which is n minus 2 into 180. Now, can we take out 2 common from here? 2 from here, 2 from here? Because this 2 has to be simplified. We can send it to that side. No? But better if we can simplify this side only, so that this becomes easier. This will be n over 2. From here, if I take out 2 common out, then this will be only 52. From here 2 came out, so it will be only 4. And then we will simplify 4 into n, 4n minus 4, and this is equal to n minus 2 into 180. Now this 2 and this 2 simplify. Is it alright? Now n into 4n, and this is 48, is equal to n minus 2 into 180. Do we have any common divisor of these two numbers? We will try to write the question in as simple as possible, okay, so that the calculation becomes easy for us. So there is a common divisor as 4. So we will take it out 4n, and this will become just n, and this is your 12. This is n minus 2 into 180. This 4 and this 45. Is it okay? Now we will simplify again. We will multiply this 2. We will multiply this 2. Then we will collect it together. So n into n is 12 plus 12n. Okay. This side we will have 45n, and then 45n comes to this side. It will become minus 45n. Minus 45n. This will be minus 90. This minus 90 when it comes to left side will become plus 90. Plus 90 is equal to 0. Is it okay?
Yes.
And now n square, simplify these two because they are like term. So this becomes how much? Minus 33n plus 90 is equal to 0. What kind of equation is this one? How many solutions will you get? So we are going to solve it. We are going to get both the solution, and at the end then we will discuss whether both answers are accepted or one of the answer is accepted. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So n square minus 3n minus 30n plus 90 is equal to 0 by expanding the middle term. 33 is 90. The product of the first and the last one is 90. Both are negative, so the product will become positive. And now grouping. This is n into n minus 3. This is minus 30 into n minus 3 is equal to 0. So your n minus 3 is one factor, another is n minus 30 factor is equal to 0. So your one answer is 3, another answer is 30. Now this is the possibility. Either you have n is the number of sides. So either you have 30 sides or you have 3 sides. These are the possibility now. So which one is true? That well building and then my work will not be completed. Okay, so we are just trying to test whether both the answers are acceptable or one of the answers is only acceptable. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Before I tell you that, we need to have one concept that in a polygon, the polygons are of two types. Polygons are of two types. Any polygon that you think of, maybe triangle or any quadrilateral or any number of sides, any polygon you can take example, and then we can understand that there are two types of polygon. The polygon, any polygon can be classified into two categories. One is called as regular polygon and another is called as irregular polygon. If it is about triangle also, a triangle also can be said to be a regular triangle or can be said to be a irregular triangle. So if the measurement of all the sides are same or the measurement of each interior angle is same, then it is said to be regular. Example, equilateral. Equilateral triangle, a triangle in which all the sides are same, and because all the sides are same, so the measurement of all the angles also will have to be same. If the sides are same, angles have to be same, or if the angles are same, then the sides also have to be same. Such polygon will be called as a regular polygon. But if the angles are different or the measurement of the sides are different, then the triangle is said to be irregular. Irregular. That means the measurement of each angle will be different. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
But again there is a limitation. What can be the measurement of an angle? What can be the maximum measurement of an angle? Minimum it can be more than 0. An angle can be just more than 0, then that is said to be an angle. If it is 0, then we don't count it as polygon. In polygon, there cannot be 0 angle. Because if there is any angle 0, then it is not at all a polygon. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So this is the limitation. This is the first limitation, that any angle in a polygon cannot be 0. Similarly, we have a maximum limit also. The maximum measurement of the biggest angle in a polygon can be maximum up to 180. 180 also not possible. Angle measurement, angle equal to 180 degree in any polygon is Impossible. In any polygon, the maximum angle, the largest angle of any polygon cannot be even 180 degree angle. That means the angle has to be between 0 to 180 degree angle. 0 to 180 degree angle. Please keep this point in your mind. For any polygon, I said, the minimum and there is a maximum limit. The angle cannot be 0. Forget about lower than 0. Angle cannot be 0 and it cannot be up to 180 also. So it has to be between 0 to 180. Neither 0 nor 180. It has to be within the limit. 0 to 180. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So if we keep this in our mind, we will be able to justify this answer. So let us see. We are going to now calculate the last angle of that polygon, of this polygon. So last angle of polygon. We will calculate this by using the nth term formula with L. So L is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D is equal to A comes to 52 plus N. We are taking this as 30 first. So 30 minus 1 into 8. Please help me. 52 plus 29 into 8. 29 into 8 how much? 232 plus 52. 284. So if now if there are 30 sides, then the last angle, that means the largest angle, is coming as equal to how much? 100. Why? Because the maximum angle in a polygon can be below 180, not 180, below 180, and this is coming to 84. That means this answer became 100. Is this okay?
Yes.
And therefore, hence n is equal to